Hi, I'm Doug. Join me as we follow the moon. Today, Kathy is over visiting her sister in the city, and we just came off of one of the coldest nights we've had all year. We had a heavy frost, there was freeze warnings in the area, so nothing will make her happier when she comes home today than to have a nice, hot, piping bowl of her favorite soup. So that's what I'm out to do today. Now, this is a special soup that she's found in a restaurant. Not going to name the restaurant, but hopefully this picture will give you a hint what Italian restaurant it comes from. Okay, so this is called Zuppa Toscana. Pardon the Italian. And it's going to start off with a pound of loose, hot Italian sausage. Not the kind in links, but just the kind that's ground. We're also going to use some garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic if you like. I like using the powder in the soup because that way it all dissolves. And then we're going to take an onion and we are going to chop it finely so it'll work great. Now, as you've watched some of our other cooking videos, you know when it comes to frying and things that make grease, I really don't like doing those too much inside. I'd rather have the mess outside. So we're going to take this outside onto our Blackstone griddle, and we're going to cook up the sausage and the onion and the garlic. Then we're going to bring it back in and let it do its thing in the crock pot. We'll show you more of that as we go. So let's head outside. Now I have the Blackstone already preheated. I actually have it set up on high. And the first thing we're going to do is just start to chop through that pound of hot Italian sausage. And let me preface this, if you're not into really hot and spicy things, you'll still be fine with this. This is something that they serve fairly mainstream in a restaurant, and it's got some great spices to it. I'm using a local grocer here in Florida. Their ground Italian sausage. They have a mild and they have a hot. I normally buy the mild, but this recipe called for hot and it works great. No problems at all. Now I just cut through it. We're going to let it cook for a couple of minutes. I am adding some of the garlic powder to it now. And one thing that's a little bit different with this recipe, I'm not using any additional oil in the cooking process. There's enough grease that comes out of the sausage as it cooks that you don't need to add any additional oil to it. Now we're going to add that whole sweet yellow onion, and we're going to continue to cook the sausage and the onion. When it's done, of course, there'll be no pink left to the sausage, and the onion will just be turning translucent. And when you're eating the soup, you actually don't even find pieces of onion, because by the time it goes translucent on the grill and it cooks for the amount of time needed in the crock pot, that it really just kind of cooks into the soup. Again, no extra oil added. There's enough that fries out of the sausage to cook the onion. Now here at the end, we're going to add a little bit more of the garlic powder. And I have a bowl with double thickness paper towel. And that's what we're going to scoop this off into. That'll help absorb some of the extra grease. I'm also using the spatula that has the slots in it, so that anything extra, any of the extra liquids will drain out as I'm picking it up. But that paper towel will pick up a lot of the grease and keep it out of our soup. As you can see, it can be done inside just as easily. I just like doing it outside. We're all done out here, and we're ready to pick up and go back inside. Okay, we're back inside. Now to part 2. We're going to take our drained sausage and onions. We're going to put that in the crock pot. And then putting that on that paper towel pulls a lot of grease out of there that you don't have to worry about this way. Next up, we're going to coarsely cut up 3 potatoes, not tomatoes, potatoes. And it's a rustic soup. You can do it with or without peeling the potatoes. We both tend to like the peel left on the potato. You can do it either way. And I'm just going to roughly chop the potatoes, probably thick slices like that, and then in quarters. Now there's nothing so exciting about chopping potatoes, so we're going to speed this part up a little bit for you. But as we mentioned on our chili video, and if you haven't watched it, we'll put a link up here at the top. This is a great idea if you need a good hearty meal on your moving day. You can take that crock pot plugged in. We have a whole house inverter. Set it down in the sink so it's safe and won't slide anywhere, and get it to the point where we're going to let it simmer, and then finish it up when you get to your new campsite, and you've got a great hearty meal when you arrive. Oh, finally done chopping. And this is what it looks like. This is a 4.5 quart crock pot to give you an idea of how much this is going to make. I'm going to take a 32 ounce chicken broth, pour in the whole thing. And that comes close to covering the potatoes, but not quite. So I'm going to add a little bit extra water, and I do have filtered water in the refrigerator. I'm putting that filtered water right in the container that the chicken stock was in, the chicken broth was in. So if there's any extra flavor left in there, we use that too. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. And off we go to cooking. It's going to cook on high for 5 hours or on medium for 7. And we'll see you in a few hours. Okay, we've been cooking all afternoon, and it is bubbling and simmering, and it's starting to smell amazing. Going to give it just a quick stir, and you can see when we stir it, the potatoes are getting soft. Everything is looking good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 3/4 cup of whipping cream. And we're going to stir that in. That changes the color of the soup and the whole feel of the soup. And after that, we're going to take a 5-ounce bag of organic Tuscan kale. And I went through and taken that, rinsed it, dried it, and taken all the stems out of it to where it's just the leaves. And we're going to add that in now. Now it looks like a lot, but it keeps going down into the pot as we stir it. I'm not a big fan of kale, but it's great in this soup. I think you'll love it. Well, we've got all the kale in, and we've got it all stirred. We're going to recover it, and that's going to cook for another 30 minutes on high, and then it's ready. We'll join you back then. And soup's ready. And it smells amazing. And I think you'll agree it looks pretty good too. Now we're going to take a couple ladles full. A little bit of parmesan cheese on the top. And we've got a nice ciabatta roll that we got at the Winter Garden Farmers Market this past Saturday, and some olive oil with some fresh ground pepper in it, and we're ready for a feast. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you'll try this recipe. And in the meantime, thank you for following us. If you enjoyed today, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Leave us a comment if you have any questions, and we look forward to seeing you as we follow the moon. Thanks. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when we have new videos listed. Also be sure to check out our blog at followthemoon.us, and also our Facebook page at Follow the Moon, and on Instagram at Follow the Moon Travel. Thanks.